Louisiana beer reviews. Oskar Blues Old Chub Scotch Ale. This is 8% alcohol. It's brewed and canned in Colorado. Scotch ale, wee heavy, or barley wine, pretty much the same thing. That means super strong beer. If it was a lager, it would be a high gravity lager or high gravity malt liquor. They use malted barley, specialty grains. Okay, they don't say what that is. Corn, rice. Is it an adjunct beer? And beechwood smoked barley malt to give it a smoky taste, they say. They don't list the hops. Won a bronze medal at the 2011 Great American Beer Festival. It's an outstanding score on Beer Advocate. The Bros scored it outstanding. That's their second highest score. 97 out of 100 on Rate Beer. 96 out of 100 for the style. I've never had it. This is the last of the beers from the Texas trip. I bought this at H.E. Butts in the Woodlands, Texas. A virtual planetoid. It's like Sputnik. It's not a planetoid, and I don't know how this is like Sputnik. Sputnik was a 1957 Soviet satellite that was launched from a rocket and sent back radio signals to the Earth. This is a beer that's delivered in trucks and is canned in an aluminum can. I don't get these Western American cutesy or quasi-hipster descriptions of their beers. I just did the sympathy for the lager. So it could be going over my head. I just don't see the appeal of these insipid description. I don't understand it. Okay, anyway, I don't know why they just can't say it's similar to a barley wine. Why not say that? Similar to a barley wine. Why? I don't know. I'm not getting into that. All right. Anyway, no smoke. Now, if this is so strong like it is, it should not have a problem with aging. Couldn't tell you how old it is. I don't see any dates. Oh wait, I feel played. Okay, canned on November 9th, 2012 at 7:56. Oh my good. I can't take all of that. All right, anyway, that's what it says on the can. Oh my good. All right, anyway, this is a beer review, not a slogan review. Thick, beige head and a semi-clear but pretty hazy, I don't know what you call that color, rust color. With the light shining through its rust color from that direction, it's like reddish brown. Looks like some of those other barley wines. I was looking for that Sierra Nevada Bigfoot 2013, but they told me they didn't have it at Martin Wine Cellar in Metairie. I would have to get it at their New Orleans location, so I'm going to have to try to go there uptown and try to find that. All right, the aroma. You do get a little bit of the smoke. Yeah, it does have a little smokiness like a Roch beer. And a little fruitiness, a little bit of a wine like a brandy. I mean a little bit, not much of a brandy aroma. I like the way that head is breaking apart. Let's go with the flavor. Yeah, it's super sweet, super malty. Not picking up any kind of hop bitterness at all. And the sympathy for the lager was just like overly hopped. A little bit of caramel, a little bit of that smokiness. Now you might wonder why they use beechwood. Well, beechwood is used because it has no flavor or aroma, so it doesn't mess with the taste or aroma of the beer. It's a neutral wood. That's what a brewing company told me. Where, whereas if you use cypress or oak, it's going to change the flavor. Really, this is just sweet, like dark brown bread crust, a little bit of caramel. Um, it's very rich. It's creamy. The mouthfeel is medium to heavy and tending toward heavy and sticky, sort of a little splotchy lacing there. The finish is semi-dry. It's semi-dry, rich, like fruitcake, and the drinkability is okay. The alcohol's not really coming through on this. I mean, you can feel it in the background. Okay, so in the background, you're gonna start feeling the warmth. If you drink a lager, like an 8% lager, like say, okay, Ice House Edge. That's 8% from Miller. That's going to be a lot more. The alcohol is going to show up a lot more up front. It's going to be rich like this, though. It's going to have that richness, but it's going to be a lot crisper and more and drier. And the body will be lighter than this. Now, which one is better? Now, you know, Ice House is going to get a much lower rating on Beer Advocate and Rate Beer, and I think a lot of that's just because of who makes it. I hate to think that, but I think a lot of people, they review a beer and they say, oh, it's Miller, so I don't like it. It gets a 10 out of 100. And then this, oh, that's Oskar Blue, is a craft beer, so I'm gonna give that 90 out of 100. But is this really better than that? Like, you probably say, well, you're comparing apple to oranges. Apples to oranges. One's a lager, one's an ale. That's true. But they're both beer, and they're similar. I'm comparing them in the sense that they're both 8%. Okay, that's the comparison, not the style, bottom fermented versus top fermented. The Ice House has more of a bite. But I'm trying to figure out, like, you know, that one you can get Ice House for $2.79 4-pack of pints. This is going to be a lot more expensive. Just trying to think of comparisons, you know, price comparison, taste comparison. I can't really say this is better or more well made. You know, the Ice House is made with yellow corn grits. This is made with specialty grains, which it's probably corn. You know, the left blonde and the left brune from Europe, it's made with corn. Just because something is an adjunct lager or ale does not mean it's bad. That's sort of like a mythology that's been built up over the years by self-appointed beer experts that if you make something with corn or rice, it's automatically inferior. But just as we've gone through this, and as I've gone through this for 17 years, what have we realized? That is really a fallacy. It's not inferior, and in many cases it's better than something that's adjunct free. So getting back to this, this is pretty good. I don't know where the outstanding score is coming from, though. I mean, I don't see that. It's certainly not world class, and that's what Rate Beer is up there with 97 out of 100. There's nothing offensive about it. It's kind of dull, really. I do like the background bread crust and the maltiness, though. I mean, if you like super malty beers, and I do, you know, they're fine with me. You'll like it more than if you don't. But I'll give it an A- because it's at the lower end of excellent. At least they don't say on the can you're not worthy. Anyway, I'm gonna go out and give it an A-. I mean, you could almost say B+, because it's kind of on the dull side, but I'll be fair, A-. It's got a lot of good characteristics. I mean, certainly is worth trying. So, Le Bon Temps Roulé. This is an excellent beer, argumentatively. And I'll end this review by saying, y'all come on down to semi-cloudy southeastern Louisiana.